Yeah, so we're just here at the North Hobart Football Oval, ready to launch our Cricket Tasmania Premier League Ambassador Program, which will be launched here in season 2017-18. Basically, we understand that there is a lack of knowledge inside clubs, in particular sporting clubs, and with our heavy involvement in cricket, we saw this as an opportunity where we could not only spread lend a hand to Hugo's key messages, but work with a small group of people who will embody our messages through their clubs, create inclusive environments, and really just make cricket clubs a place where people want to be and socialise. One thing we also recognised was that there's a lot of derogatory language being thrown around on the cricket field and in training without much education, and from our point of view this isn't a positive. So what we hope our ambassadors will do is have further conversations around what these words mean and really work to make those inclusive environments. Another thing that we recognised was that there is a number of players through cricket clubs, through the cricket community, who have siblings, brothers, sons, whether it be a friend or a family member with autism or another disability. However, there's still that, a little bit of hesitation about opening up and talking about it, and a little bit of stigma surrounding that too. So what we want to do is create these environments where clubs and people within clubs can go in and talk openly, genuinely and freely about what's going on in their life, and if we can make a further inclusive environments, that's a really good thing. So we've handpicked a group of about 18 players, a few from each different club, basically who we think will succeed in embodying our key messages, and also influential figures of the clubs. They don't necessarily have to be the best player, but what we want them to do is set a really good culture, and I'm really confident that the group of players that we've got here tonight will set that culture, and we're really excited about what this program has to hold.
I think it was a good way of raising awareness. That was the biggest thing for me. I think we touched on a few stories as well, like there was obviously an umpire that had been abused on the ground, and that was a pretty big one for most cricketers. And I think it just opens you up that you don't really know what other people are dealing with, so just be open to have an open mind, I guess.
It's been said before that what you don't understand can sort of scare people, and I think that that's the way it's gone. A lot of the time so far, especially the way the cricketing circles that I've been brought up in, it's sort of been accustomed that if you weren't up to scratch you would get called certain names and stuff like that. It's happened before and I've seen it, and obviously I don't like it and I don't condone it whatsoever. I think spreading this sort of awareness and stuff like that could just build relationships between cricket clubs, players, and within cricket clubs, and just generate a better culture and getting everyone involved.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We've got a young kid at Newtown. Came to us. He's obviously got Asperger's. I was lucky enough to know that before he came. First session, obviously, struggled a little bit. He hadn't played cricket for a few years. Struggled to get the ball down the other end. Now he's in a position where he's probably going to play in the first third grade team of our season, which is fantastic. And he's probably one of the smartest players we've got in the group, which is fantastic. A great kid and a good role model for us. I think we've got a pretty good culture. Our motto is one in, all in, so we don't discriminate against anyone. But I think it's been good. I think the awareness was the biggest thing for us. So I made all the coaches aware, all the players were aware. I know he won't mind me saying it. He fits in like he's anyone. He's great value to have around the group.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, it's going to make the culture stronger. Trying to educate some of these people, especially the young kids coming through, because I know I picked out some examples before when we were chatting. Some young players that are coming through that are quite talented, that other players actually tend to look at. They want to be where they are at the moment, and I think them leading, educating them, then getting them to lead, not just younger players, but obviously the other older players as well, is just going to really benefit. Everyone's going to benefit from it, and it's going to be a better place to be. And I think everyone, like I said, create a better culture and just gel a lot better.
Yeah.